Okay, all right. Last night, obviously, disappointing. We didn't win the game for sure. Played against a really good defense, a really good team overall. I thought it was two good teams that battled, and you know, obviously, offensively, we didn't make enough plays. That's the bottom line. We had some opportunities early, which I think, you know, would have helped us and changed the game a little bit if we'd have scored touchdowns instead of field goals. And you know, you know, that was disappointing. I do like the fact that we played in a loud, hostile atmosphere. Didn't have any false start penalties, any communication issues. You know, we took the delay one time when we were going to kick the field goal. I thought that was a positive. I thought our guys competed and played hard. At times we played pretty well. At times we didn't play real well, and that's at every position. But I was excited about that. We didn't turn the ball over. And Jarrett, you know, obviously he was harassed some you know, we missed some things up front, and some running back, and some he held the ball. But at the end of the day, he did take care of it, which was a positive. You know, overall, you know, obviously we want to play better. There's no doubt about it, and that's something we're going to work toward and go to work today on. At the end of the day, it's a great learning experience. All our goals are still out there in front of us, so we're excited to get back to work this week, get back home playing in front of our fans, and see if we can get ourselves in the right direction. Any questions?
Chip, the negative plays you mentioned, is this kind of a combination of everything right now?
Yeah, I think so. You know, if you look, like I was looking, if you go back and look, Jared obviously, you know, he'll tell you this. Should have thrown the ball away, you know, probably four maybe 5 times, and then those are incompletions and not negative plays. You know, the difference is taking a sack when you're standing in the pocket, and then taking a sack when you're out by the sideline, right, in a -2 loss, and it becomes a sack. And so that's something I think Jared, with more experience, will get better at. That's something we've definitely talked about and made sure we're making that a point of emphasis. But I think that would help, and because if you look at it, when we handed the ball off, I think we might have had one negative play with Petway. I'm not sure exactly, but if that, you know, so definitely that's an area we need to improve in. Jared is very aware of that, and we'll continue to do that.
Chip, are the starting offensive line positions, especially left tackle and left guard, are those open right now?
You know, I don't know that they're always solidified. You know, obviously when you don't play well, you start looking at everything. Those guys, obviously, at those spots for sure are a little bit inexperienced, so there's going to be a few growing pains, and then you play a team with what Clemson had up front. Obviously, those guys are very talented. Sometimes those things get exposed pretty quick. There were some times they did very well, but enough times that, you know, you want to make a point of, hey, you know, we got to get better at this technique or that technique, and but I'd say there's competition all the way around our program, and we'll continue to be that way.
Was there a discussion even during the game, especially after a while, sacks are racking up, the left side is struggling for the second straight week? I hate to phrase it exactly like this, Chip, but how much worse could Wilson Bell or Casey Dunn have been? These are fifth-year graduate transfers with starting experience elsewhere. You had spent the whole spring putting Braden on the right side at right tackle. Darius obviously had played the position.
Yep.
When that is a problem on the left side,
yep,
how can you not look at that?
Well, I'm not sure it was always a problem on the left side, and obviously we're making a decision that's best for based on practice and based on our preparation. And you know, obviously, you know, you start looking at everything and where our best players need to be and so forth, and I think we'll continue to do that.
Just Jared, overall, you talked. What do you say about him, you know, kind of from week 1 to week 2?
Yeah, you know, obviously we played a different team from that standpoint as far as you know, the talent level and so forth. I thought, you know, for me early on, really I was trying to get him some completions early to get him going, and it didn't work out that way. The coverage played a little different, so we went incomplete. I guess complete the second play, but it was missed the block outside. But you know, I did thought he stayed composed throughout the game. Great atmosphere. You know what you're going to see in the SEC. I thought he handled that well. You know, and he didn't put the ball in jeopardy, which I thought was another good thing, so I was proud of that. But, you know, still, there's some progress to be made for sure, and I think it's going to come with reps, game reps, and I think he'll continue to improve. It's just, you know, at the end of the day, like we've said all along, he just hadn't played that much, so he needs to play and play through some things.
With the red zone, had to settle for field goals.
Yep.
Some confusion, it seemed like, with the delay game and take a timeout. What was kind of the issue with the red zone?
So we're talking about we're gonna kick the field goal originally.
Yeah.
Kind of said, you know what, let's go for it. So we called a timeout, and then the second time down there, we just said, hey, let's let it bleed out at a little better angle anyway, and we'll just go ahead and kick it. That was all it was.
Why is Jared holding on to the ball so long, Chip?
Why is he? You know, it's a combination. We got to get open. I mean, if guys aren't open and you're being harassed, you're going to hold the ball. I think he doesn't want to turn the ball over for sure. I mean, I think that's part of any quarterback. Obviously, is wants to take care of the ball, and you know, I think it's something too that when he has protection, I think he's got an opportunity to make throws. But on the other end of it, we got to do a good job getting open for him too.
Chip, y'all don't seem to be throwing as many like 50-50 kinds of balls. I guess some people say like, but which basically is how they won the game last night.
I agree.
It's about throwing those. You got big tall receivers out there. Is there something you want to?
Well, you know, we had the 2 pass interference for 50-50 balls. We had 2 other balls that they press bailed on us that, you know, really like to see Jared throw back shoulder balls. So there's 4 of them there. We had the 50-50 ball down the middle with the double post with the Kansas home run. So, you know, looking back, I think we took 6 shots in the first half and maybe 8 for the game, which is about where you want to be. You know, we got to do that. We have to continue to do that and make a point of that. Eventually, these guys are going to make plays, you feel like, and really, quarterback's got to put the ball. He's got to recognize where the guys are winning and when they're winning, and if not, where to throw the ball. And I thought they did a nice job of that on a couple of plays, but on you know, that's going to be the difference sometimes, and we got to definitely get better in that area.
So back shoulder throws are in his arsenal. He's
Oh, definitely, yeah. And it's not called. I mean, it
Right.
just reacts to he's got to read the receiver, and the receivers, they got to get on the same page for that. You know, Kyle's first time Kyle had played this year. Darius Slayton didn't play, maybe he play a few snaps or something. You know, so you know, there's still some moving parts. Petway's first time there. Carrion's out now, so still some moving parts. But now we feel pretty good about getting everybody back. So I think we'll see it better there.
Chip, in the second half, in a one-score game, you feel like, looking back at it, you got away from the run a little bit?
Yeah, probably so. You know, just thinking, you know, can we make a 50-50 catch somewhere? It was kind of the thought about it. We were having some trouble getting some movement up front, so felt like we needed to try to attack a little bit, and was just hoping somebody would make a play, you know, and that's what you need. All we needed was one play, and we were right there in a tie game, so to speak. So, yeah, you know, maybe so, but I also felt like it was in the first half. What do we have? 11 attempts or something throwing it. And of course, with the sacks, that makes it a few less. So just felt like we need to try to make some big plays.
Both you and Gus have put the onus on the receivers to get open more, but he also said that you've got to get the ball to your playmakers. Nate Craig in particular, 1 catch, gets targeted on, basically was a broken play, a bootleg later on. That was it for the game for him.
Is that right? No, he was targeted a couple times on the sacks. Could have been.
They
You know
don't
what I'm
prep that in
saying?
the box score,
Right,
I understand.
exactly.
But point being, in 2 games, he's got 1 catch.
Yep.
This is a guy who's expected to be a major contributor. Sal Cannella was basically not, again, maybe he was targeted on sacks, but he wasn't certainly wasn't part of the receptions.
Right.
How do you get the ball to the playmakers in space? Even with great corners out there, how do you put them in a better position to make plays?
Yeah, we got to, you know, continue to help them get open with different route combinations and so forth. You know, we mentioned the 50-50 balls earlier. We got to make some of those plays. That's what we're going to have to do. You know, if you look back in college football, guys don't get wide open, so you got to continue to do that.
Notice you guys didn't really run outside much. Was it something Clemson was doing?
Yeah, you know, we tried to run the little speed sweeps several times. You know, that was something that we felt was a good call. They played odd and even. Sometimes that dictates if you're going to be able to run certain schemes inside and outside. So definitely we need to get the ball on the perimeter a little more, whether it's screen game or whatever.
With the way Cam Martin ran in week 1
Yep.
and carry on out and that way less than 100%, why not try to get him some touchdowns?
Yeah, Cam's our guy for sure. So it's, I mean, Cam, you know, I love Cam. He's did a great job filling in, and then, you know, with Petway back, and I think what he get 22 carries maybe, is that right? You guys probably know more than I do. When you look at it, you know, you felt like, you know, it was time to get him going. He's a bigger back. There was a big football team we were playing, and felt like he had a chance to break some tackles in between the tackles, and you know, that was kind of our philosophy for that game.
So there's no concern about Petway going forward with that heel injury? Just
I don't think so. No, I think he played, you know, pretty good the other night and played through it pretty good. I don't think it's anything that's going to linger too long.
Can I understand, Chip, with Cam Martin, particularly in pass protection compared to Petway? Petway certainly took on a lot of pass blocks last
He
season.
did, yeah.
So I can understand, but you also can see that you want to get to the perimeter more. For Cam Martin, from his perspective, last week he comes in, rushes for 136 yards. That's probably the game of his career. How should he be feeling right now when last season, anytime the competition stepped up, he couldn't get on the field? Now, in the biggest game thus far here, he can't get on the field after the game of his life. He couldn't get a carry.
Yeah, he's feeling good right now. I mean, he's a team guy, so he's going to do whatever we ask him to do.
Chip, from the receiving standpoint, what do those guys need to do individually maybe to be a little bit more productive?
Yeah, I think you know, obviously, you know, like I said, Kyle, his first day back, Darius was banged up, you know, didn't play much, and then you know, Eli, I thought Eli did some nice things. We got to do a better job of getting the ball down the field. I think he had the deep post down the field that, you know, whether or not they hit him early or not, I don't know. It looked pretty close to me, but, you know, just continue to try to, you know, get those guys in space. You know, they're different guys. Kyle's a different type of receiver than Eli, so we got to do a better job, I think, of getting to Eli in space. And, you know, we hand it to him some on some speed sweeps, which is another way we can get him the ball, but you're right, he definitely needs to touch the ball more.
How's Will Hastings feeling after that tackle?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good. He got wrapped around the neck when you're talking about. Yeah, he popped right up like he always does. You know, after the flip last week, he popped up. So he just keeps doing his thing, and he's a tough guy.
Gus said last night that y'all need to play action more.
Yeah.
Is that part of your offensive scheme?
Yeah.
A lot of play action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'd like to play action more. We do have some, you know, like a lot of those inside zones we're running, they've got throws off of them that we either didn't throw or we did throw a couple. I think Kyle caught one, dropped one. Maybe one other guy caught one, I think.
So is that like RPO?
Yeah, the RPO stuff. Yeah, that's play action to us too. You know, we had the play action early, if you remember, down the middle. We had Nick Craig running down the middle that we targeted, but we didn't get it to him. And then we had the dig coming in there. He threw the dig, if y'all remember that. So we had some opportunities that we missed on play action, but I definitely would like to play action a little more.
You mentioned wanting to get Pettway going against Clemson
Mm-hmm.
as their bigger team.
Yep.
Do you have confidence that Cam Martin can run against a team like
I
that?
do, yeah, I do. I mean, you know how it is though. You know, you look back, you got Cam Pettway and Carrion obviously wasn't available, so Cam would have been the next guy. It seemed like there toward the end that we were trying to stretch the field, throw the ball a little bit more, so the carries were probably limited. So you'd want your Cam in there when you can.
When they're in the second half and Stidham's getting hit the way he is and he's running for his life, was there any thought of trying to do some quick things, one step throw, and why didn't that happen?
Yeah, and we did a couple of times, and they were in man coverage, and we didn't win, so he ended up having to hesitate, hold the ball, and then he took off. That's definitely something we need to do a better job of. I need to do a better job of getting him ready for that.
So did you have autonomy in play calling last night?
I did, yep, sure did. I called every one of them, the good ones and the bad ones.
All right, Coach.
All right,
We got Coach
good deal.
Steele out here.